Hello friends, today you will see what all of the Virginian TV series stars look like now versus when they were on the show. You will know their real names and age. I will show you how they looked then in 1962 and what's with them now in 2023. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Let's go! Number 1. Doug McClure as Trumpus. Trumpus, as played by the actor Doug McClure in the Virginian television series, was a fun-loving and rowdy character. McClure's performance fit the role perfectly. Compared to the minimal backstory given for the title character, Trumpus was by far the most developed character in the series. Several episodes were dedicated to detailing his past. McClure's portrayal of Trumpus added a touch of light comedy to the show, which helped to balance out the Virginian's more serious demeanor. In the show, Trumpus was a sandy-haired, rowdy cowhand who eventually settled down on the ranch. Trumpus, played by Doug McClure when he was 27 years old. Sadly, on February 5th, 1995, McClure died at age 59 from lung cancer in Sherman Oaks, California. Number 2. James Drury as the Virginian. The Virginian, played by James Drury, is a tough and resolute foreman of the Shiloh Ranch. He commands the respect of both the town citizens and the ranch hands and is a well-known figure in Medicine Bow. He is always seen wearing a black leather vest, black boots, a maroon-red shirt, and a single right-handed holster and revolver. Despite being the main character, little is known about his past, as the producers chose not to reveal his name or backstory, which adds to his enigmatic and attractive personality. Drury was the only cast member to appear in both the pilot and the entire 9-season run of the Virginian series. The Virginian, played by James Drury when he was 28 years old. Drury died from natural causes on April 6, 2020, just 12 days short of his 86th birthday. Number 3. Lee J. Cobb as Judge Garth. Lee J. Cobb's character, Judge Garth, in The Virginian, was a respected and admired figure in Medicine Bow. Although portrayed as a stern man, Garth had a soft side to his personality and acted as a father figure to the Virginian. He was often called upon to mediate disputes and solve problems, both within the town and on the ranch. His wisdom and fair judgment earned him the trust of everyone around him, making him a prominent and influential figure in the community. Judge Garth, played by J. Lee Cobb when he was 51 years old. Sadly, Cobb died of a heart attack on February 11, 1976, in Woodland Hills, California at age 64, and was buried in Mount Sinai Memorial Park Cemetery in Los Angeles. Number 4. Sara Lane as Elizabeth Granger. Elizabeth Granger, played by Sara Lane, was a prominent character in The Virginian, appearing from Season 5 until Season 8. Elizabeth was a teenage girl who loved life on the frontier, with a passion for horses, riding the range, and attending Saturday night dances. Her character brought a youthful energy to the show and was well liked by fans. Elizabeth Granger, played by Sara Lane when she was 17 years old. Sadly, Lane died from breast cancer at her home in Napa, California on March 3, 2023, at the age of 73. Number 5. Clu Gulager as Emmett Riker. Emmett Riker had a distinctive personality as a restless and impulsive deputy who struggled to find his place in the world. As a former lawman turned hired gun, he was not tied to the Shiloh Ranch and often acted on his own accord, which sometimes put him at odds with his superiors. Emmett Riker, played by Clu Gulager when he was 35 years old. Gulager died of natural causes at the Los Angeles home of his son John on August 5, 2022. He was 93. Number 6. Randy Boone as Randy Benton. Randy Benton was a young ranch hand who had a passion for playing guitar and singing. He was introduced into the show as Steve Hill's character was being phased out as a regular cast member. However, his character was discontinued before the new Granger family was brought in for season 5. Randy Benton played Randy Boone when he was 22 years old, and now he's 81 years old. Number 7. Roberta Shore as Betsy Garth. Betsy Garth was the daughter of Judge Garth and, while adopted, was treated as his own. She had a close brother-sister relationship with the ranch hands, especially Trumpus and Steve, who often went out of their way to protect her. In the beginning of the series, Betsy was 15 years old. Betsy Garth, played by Roberta Shore when she was 19 years old, and now she is 79 years old. Number 8. Charles Bickford as John Granger. John Granger, portrayed by Charles Bickford, was a stern yet loving grandfather of his 2 grandchildren, Stacy and Elizabeth. He was introduced in season 5 as a replacement for Judge Garth and quickly became a beloved character on the show. Although he and the Virginian did not have the same father-son relationship as the Virginian and Judge Garth, they got along well. Bickford's sudden death on November 9, 1967 was a shock to the cast and crew, and he was later replaced by John McIntyre as his character's brother, Clay. Number 9. Gary Clark as Steve Hill. Steve Hill had a close relationship with both Trumpus and the Virginian, and often found himself getting Trumpus out of trouble. Gary Clark's on-screen chemistry with Doug McClure was reflective of their off-screen friendship, which fans worldwide adored. Steve was initially a regular cast member, but he was gradually phased out towards the end of Season 2. Although he returned as a guest star for a few episodes in Season 3, he eventually departed from the show for good. Steve Hill, played by Gary Clark when he was 29 years old, and now he's 89 years old. Number 10. Dawn Klein as Stacy Granger. Stacy Granger was introduced in Season 5 as the grandson of John Granger and lived at Shiloh. Stacy worked with Trumpus and became good friends with him. Stacy's sister Elizabeth looked up to him as a big brother, and he filled the role more than competently. Stacy Granger, played by Dawn Klein, when he was 28 years old, and now he's 84 years old. Number 11. John McIntyre as Clay Granger. Clay Granger played the role of Liz and Stacy's great-uncle. Clay took over as ranch owner after the death of his brother, Charles Bickford's character. He was married to a woman named Holly and appeared in the show from seasons 5 through 8. Clay Granger, played by John McIntyre, when he was 60 years old. Sadly, McIntyre died on January 30th, 1991, from emphysema and lung cancer at St. Luke's Hospital in Pasadena. Number 12. Diane Roeder as Jennifer Summers. Jennifer Summers, as Diane Roeder, was a niece of a Judge Garth. She replaced the character of Betsy Garth after Roberta Shore's departure. At the end of Season 4, along with Boone and Daner, she left, making room for the new owners. Jennifer Summers, played by Diane Roeder when she was 17 years old, and now she is 74 years old. We miss the Virginian TV series cast so much. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like and share the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you. See you on the next video.